Hey friends, thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Jamie and it's the first week of September. We are all so excited for the fall season and I just want to talk a little bit about my current reading plans because we have some very good things in the lineup, but I have gotten myself into a predicament, which happens a lot. It happens a lot. So strap in, grab your drink of choice. I'm drinking Asuja turmeric juice, which is not for the faint of heart. It is like a very strong turmeric and ginger, but it's nice once you get used to it. So get cozy, grab your drink of choice. We are going to sit down and chat about some September reading. Okay, yes, we will get to my predicament in just a minute, but first of all, it's the first week of September. I hope that everyone had such a nice, relaxing Labor Day weekend. I had an incredible Labor Day weekend, might have been my perfect weekend, maybe ever. I went on a hike, a nice 7 to 8 mile hike up a small mountain in Georgia. Then I went to the thrift store, found some books, of course. Love a deal on a book. I did find some good stuff. I went to see the movie Bullet Train, which was just a grand old time. It's a lot of fun. If you love John Wick, you're gonna love this. If you would not touch John Wick, stay away. But regardless, Bullet Train was a great time. We went to Piedmont Park in Atlanta and had just a lovely afternoon in the park. It's so beautiful. They have some community gardens growing there, which are so nice. So we did that. I went to Home Goods to shop for some fall candles and fall decor. Didn't really find too much, but it was still fun to go and look. I hung out with my cats. I have 2 beautiful little black cats. This is Zuko, and he does have a sister, Azula, but she's a lot more shy. Zuko is the chill one, and Azula is kind of high-strung, and for some reason she always knows when I'm trying to get a video of her and she will not let it happen. And then we did watch the movie adaptation of one of the books that I read in late August and finished up over Labor Day weekend, right in time to watch the movie right before the weekend ended, so it was the perfect way to round out the weekend with finishing the book and then watching the movie. And that book is The Talented Mr. Ripley by Patricia Highsmith. I had never seen the movie, first of all. I watch a lot of movies, so I'm kind of surprised that one slipped under my radar, but I had never seen it before. I did not know what Talented Mr. Ripley was. I don't know what I thought it was, but then I found out, I actually read the synopsis of the book. I found the book in my library, and I was like, wait, this sounds amazing. This sounds like literally the exact thing that I would love. So I picked it up, got a chance to read it, and I did enjoy it. I think I gave it a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. The character of Tom Ripley is extremely unique. I don't think that I've really come across a character like him, and it was just overall just a really different kind of book. It reminded me a lot of classic literature, but then it was also doing a lot of things that I had never really seen before. So I had a good time with the book. We watched the movie and, well, wow, the movie is really different from the book. A lot of changes were made, and I do understand why they made those changes. I don't know if it's really, one is really better or worse than the other. They're just different. I was definitely surprised to see that much change, but I also get some of the things that they did. I thought it was fine. I was distracted, so I don't feel like I really got a chance to judge the movie on its own because I was so distracted with how different it was from the book, but I liked both of them. It was a good time. In addition to The Talented Mr. Ripley, I also read Mrs. Death by Selena Gooden. This was such a unique reading experience. For one, this book is partly written in verse. It's a combination of prose and verse, but the perspective is very, very different. It was great. It was really great. it is like an interesting subject matter in that like it's about death, but not in like the metaphoric sense that books are like about death or grief. It's like literally about death in all of its many forms, and the character of Death is Mrs. Death, and she meets this man who is struggling with grief. And it's really, really interesting. It kind of forces you the entire time that you're reading to kind of like just face your own mortality like head on. And because of that, it's going to be something that's probably going to like bring up a lot of feelings, and especially if you are someone that has experienced a loss of someone close to you, this book will be very emotional. But I definitely enjoyed the experience, and it's a short read. It goes by so fast, and I thought that Gooden did such an amazing job writing it. So I really like this one. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And I would definitely recommend this. Okay, and now we will get into that predicament I was mentioning earlier. So I use the library a lot, and it has just so happened that all of the books that I put on hold have come at once. A couple of them are recent releases, which means that I have to turn around and read it really, really quickly, which does concern me because I'm very excited for all of these books, but one in particular is very, very long, and I do not like long books. I don't. I have a hard time with books that are over like 250 pages, which that takes out a lot of books, but like obviously I will read longer books, but when it hits like an over 400 page book, I'm really like very intimidated, and I'm not super tempted to read it, but this one is the talk of the town right now, so we have got to try. That book is Babel by R.F. Kuang. This is a book that has just been very, very, very highly anticipated for a long time. Author of the Poppy War series, which I have not read yet, but Babel seems a lot more up my alley than Poppy War. Babel is a dark academia mixed with maybe like a little bit of a low fantasy, and just everything about it sounds amazing. So it is waiting for me at the library, and that is what I will dive into as soon as possible. But first, before we get to Babel, this is my predicament. I have 2 books that I need to get through as soon as possible, because one, they've been on my list, but also the library needs them back. So here we go. One of those books is How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamasu. I really don't know too much because I want to go in blind, and the blurb says, for fans of Cloud Atlas and Station 11, I mean, those are 2 of my favorite books of all time. So the fact that it's blurb like that, this is an apocalypse, this is a pandemic, all things that I like to read about. And it looks beautiful. It sounds like it's going to be a really moving experience. So I'm diving into this as soon as possible, like today. Next from the library, I have How to Pronounce Knife by this author who I do apologize as I will not pronounce their name correctly, but Savankam Tamavasagna? That's not right. I apologize. I really apologize. But this is How to Pronounce Knife. This is a short story collection about what my understanding is basically is like cultural outsiders, immigrants or family of immigrants who are trying to adjust to life in America and all the challenges that come with that. This is for my book club, not my personal book club, a book club that I'm in with my friends, like not online, like you get what I'm trying to say. So we are reading this for the month of September. And finally, my most anticipated read of September, that is Bunny by Mona Awad. I'm so excited to get into this. I'm actually already 50 pages into it because I started this and then realized that How High We Go in the Dark needs to be returned sooner, so I have to read this one first, and then I'll get back to Bunny. Obviously, the hype around this is real. I'm so interested. I don't even really know what to expect other than it is a dark academia play. I'm really interested in dark academia right now. It's that time of year, and this just sounds like something that I want to experience. So I'm very excited to get into that. So that is all the things that is currently on my reading checklist for the beginning of September. I assume that Babel is going to take me quite a bit of time. I just cannot believe that these two books plus Babel all came at the same time. Like, both of these I've had on hold for months, and then they all just decide to come at the exact same time. Thanks so much. But I mean, all three of them are ones that I have been just dying to read, so I really don't want to put them off any longer. So wish me luck, because this month is going to be a little bit of a struggle. But hopefully it's going to be amazing, and I hope that I love all three of these books. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you have planned for your September reading. I'm very interested to see what's going on, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Once again, my name is Jamie, and thank you guys so much for watching.